Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor and I welcome you to episode 200. Can you believe it? It's been 200 episodes and God, we've come a long way. But I think the way ahead of us is even longer still. But yeah, we've done a lot of things since our imprisonment in Archet. We are really far from Brilland, actually. So as you see, we're back on the Great River. Basically, we are gonna go back to the Wailing Hills and visit the Rohirrim in there. We need to go to Ceredic for the epic, but that's to the east, actually, on part Celebrant. So it's gonna be a long time before we're able to do that. For the meantime, let us just enjoy our time here in Middle-earth, the time that we have today, and celebrate 200 episodes of adventuring. And here's to 200 more. I don't know why, but I had the idea I might be able to reach level cap by, I don't know, level episode 300 and something, but seeing how long it has taken us getting here, I think it's actually gonna take us a little bit longer to reach level cap. We'll see how long it takes us. For the time being, let us...
Welcome and well met, my friend.
Let us just talk to the Forge Master in here.
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
Yeah, let us reforge now that we have the chance. Now we're looking for a Rohirrim camp further to the north, back here at the Cuthstan. I really enjoy those statues. I think they are a really nice view. Oh god, how do I get down from here? You can see the road from over there. So, oh, okay, I think I'd see where this is going. But yeah, I want to stick to the road just to check that I'm on the right in here. And to avoid some broken limbs as well. But if I'm not mistaken, this civil master in here is the one that will give you access to the Limelight Gorge. Yeah.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Limelight Gorge, yeah. And we even unlocked the Explorer did in here. We needed to discover the Gatehouse, the Falls, the End Grove, the Fallen Watchtower, Pothole, Prospector's Shack, and the Old Sawmill. Which we are totally gonna do. I don't think we're gonna do that today, but we are going into the Limelight and proving ourselves inside. It's been a while since we came across the Full Fellowship area. I believe in fact we have avoided most of those. For example, Garth Agarwen in the Lonelands at level 32. I remember that being really challenging if you try to do all of that on levels, so that's why I skipped that. Plus, there was really no epic going in the Limelight. Okay, here we are at Cuthstan's camp. The camp appears deserted except for one man. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, there was truly no epic for Garth Agarwen, and during the initial Shadows of Angmar run, I was doing my best to follow in just the epic. Since the original Shadows of Angmar content, all of Volume 1, Eriador is so massive that if you really want to do it all and see it all, it's gonna take you, I would say, close to double what we took. And that was a long run already, so I didn't want to overstay in Eriador. But now I think I'm gonna try that for myself in the limelight.
What brings you to these lands?
Greetings! You are looking for Cuthstan, friend? Then you are not alone. Penda is my name, and Cuthstan is my sergeant. This is where last I saw him, at his camp in the shadows of the Cuthstan.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Our primary task is still to keep safe the road and protect the travel routes from Stangard to the west. This was an effortless chore in the past, but the orcs have grown more agitated and daring, making things quite dangerous. They have crawled forth from their cave dwellings and now venture into the light of day to cause us harm. We must still maintain the safety of the road despite any other circumstances. Trouble west again and put an end to any orc forces who may be openly walking in our lands. I will stand guard at this post and will await your return. What else?
Our success depends upon our strength.
Several nights have I spent to the north, scouting in the hills for Cuthstan. I have returned too late, only to discover these empty tents and dying fires. Our orders were to watch the road and to send word to Stangard on occasion. As to what would cause my companions to simply depart so suddenly, I cannot imagine. Would you look around the camp for clues as to why they might have left or to where they might have gone? Return to me if you find anything of note. Let us see what we can find in here. There's a weapon rack. The weapon racks are mostly empty. It seems that many of the swords have been taken. Empty cask of ale. The ale barrel is nearly depleted and is surrounded by half-empty cups. What about this? The chest is neatly packed, full of someone's personal belongings. You have collected sufficient evidence and should inform Penda of your findings, of course.
Our mission is dire.
Empty tents and missing horses. Were you able to find anything else? Penda listens as you detail the discoveries you have made. My companions had been drinking more than usual, it seems, and when they left, they took along weapons but not their personal belongings. I am beginning to envision what may have happened here. It is a start, but we need more evidence. Head to the west of here and look for more clues. Be careful of ambushes by the orcs, as they have become more bold and fierce of late. Oh yeah, okay, so looking for clues to the west, which is where we also need to go to defeat these more high orcs. So gotta defeat defilers and scavengers. Orc-leader, cool! And what do we have in here then? Orc-leader, 5 LOTRO points and some reputation, nothing else. But we have Orc-leader advanced. Virtue XP and a rune, that would be nice. 5 LOTRO points. Here we have some arrows, let us check this. A number of Rohirrim arrows litter the ground around the area. There is a pool of black blood in here. This small pool of dark blood seems fresh. What do we have here? A charred corpse. These charred remains of an orc suggest that a struggle recently took place here. And now we need to go back to Penda, yeah. But let us defeat the orcs in here. At least it was a charred corpse of an orc and not of a Rohirrim. So, for the moment at least, it seems that the other Rohirrim are doing alright. Okay. Back to Penda now. So, what do we have here? What should we know? Cuthstan's camp.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Rewarded shall you be for your service to Stangard and its people. Thank you, Beriathan. Very welcome.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
This evidence also suggests that Cuthstan and my fellows have assaulted the mountain orcs head-on. Ah, the impetuous fools. What have they rushed into? The men in camp were always anxious for action and silently cursed the others from Stangard to Citadel. I fear that their desire to charge violently to battle may have now wrought their doom.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Brave and skilled are the men under Cuthstan, but they are no match for the sheer number of the Orc horde. I fear that it may already be too late to aid them, but I must know for certain. If you have the courage, I would ask you to press onward into the territory of the mountain orcs to search for signs of my companions. Look among the orc tents and supply crates for their belongings or for other evidence of their presence. Okay, I seem to remember now where this is going. Just think this is a really nice look of the hill. I don't know why, but I really enjoy the look of that hill. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that I was questing here a few years ago. It was festival time. Don't remember exactly which. But I had a box, a state selection box drop from one of the orcs in here. And that way I was able to get a red skeleton painted horse for one of my tombs. That was really epic. Unexpected as well, of course. So I don't know, maybe that's the reason why I remember so dearly this place. We have discovered the more high settlement. What do we have here? There are only unremarkable orc tools in this crate. There is Cuthstan, of course. We're gonna rescue him in just a moment. Only unremarkable orc tools in this crate. Come on. Here we have Cuthstan. You have encountered a warrior who has been taken captive. Yeah, I can see that.
What brings you to these lands?
An orc you are not, and you are no Rohirrim. So who are you and what are you doing here? You say Penda sent you. Yes, Penda did send me. Oh, thank you. I am Cuthstan. My men and I were captured by the orcs when we launched an assault against them. Look in the crate to my left and search for the orcs' key ring. You have found a set of rusty iron keys. You should go them to Cuthstan.
Business of you with the Rohirrim.
The keys! You have found them! If I don such shackles ever again, it will be too soon. Thankful am I for the pride of these orcs. They were quite ill prepared for your attempted rescue. It is shameful to have been captured by such beasts, but I am truly grateful for my release. What now?
Rohirrim will need your aid.
The orcs managed to overwhelm us with their numbers. They drove away our steeds and took my men into their cave. I heard one of the defilers speaking about brewing some sort of poison, and I fear for the lives of my warriors. Will you leave me alone? Enter into their dwelling and release as many of the captives as possible. Ratmund, Geert, Litmand, and Oda were all with me during the assault. Find them quickly. So that's 4 men, Oda among them. You might remember Oda from a previous episode, one of the Rohirrim who wasn't content with just guarding. Preston saw the other warriors being taken into this cave. So we're gonna look for them and rescue them. There's one in here. Okay, we can open the door.
Our mission is dire.
I am not too badly injured. Thank you, friend. The orcs. They brew some vile poison using spider's venom and corrupted plant roots. I fear that they plan to test this poison on the other captives. Hurry! You must hurry! Save the others! Okay, the first soldier rescued. Gonna press further into the cave. Let's see if I can find some of the other prisoners. For God's sake. Doesn't seem to be any Rohirrim soldiers in here. Okay, here's one. Another friggin' totem. Ratman.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Thank you for saving me. Another dose of this poison, and I would surely have perished. My pain will subside, but you must press on. Some of the others have been given larger doses of the poison. And that doesn't sound too good if you ask me. It seems to be a pretty strong poison, so... Anyone in here? No? Dushotai. That seems, yeah, like the orc boss. I don't expect this guy to drop a quest item, but since this is the pattern that we've been following on the Great River so far, I'd much rather check and be sure. But yeah, no, it doesn't seem like he dropped anything. There are some weapons made scroll cases in here, some pots. But yeah, no Quest item. Universal solvent. Alright. Thank you very much. Yeah. Sure, I'll take it. Who is he? Ora.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You recognize the soldier as your ally Ora. He does not appear to be breathing, and despite your best efforts, you cannot revive him. Ora has already succumbed to the effects of the poison. Come on. Ah, Jesus. And here's the other one, it seems. The other Rohirrim. Return to Cuthstan and bring him the bad news. Is this... yeah, this is another exit of this cave. Where does it lead to? The top of the Wailing Hills, it seems? And I am stuck in combat, which is really weird. Okay. I'm free now. Okay, I think taking that exit was a little bit faster. We don't need to travel through the entire cave again. Yeah, these orcs will pay for what they have done. Oh, look at this. I hope there is another place in the Great River where we could get a view such as this, where you can see the entire statue, but the front face. I don't know if that's possible, so I'm gonna keep an eye open for that on my future travels. So here's Cuthstan.
Our mission is dire.
You have returned and have freed some of my men. Well done. But where is our companion Oda? He looks at you for a moment, then tilts his head down. I see. We are fools to have acted so aggressively against the orcs, and dear Oda has paid the ultimate price for it. We owe you gratitude, for we would have met the same fate as he were it not for you. Yeah, sadly that doesn't help poor Oda. I'm not a particular fan of any of this.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Resourceful are the soldiers of Stangard. Supplies are few, yet the need for armor, weapons, and provisions is great. We must gather resources whenever there is opportunity to do so, and there is an asset in the Wailing Hills which should not be overlooked. The wild goats in these hills are exceptionally lean and are often poor sources of meat, but their rough hides can still prove to be quite useful. Goat hides may be tanned into leather, then used to produce a wide assortment of important equipment which Stangard desperately needs. Would you gather these hides so that we may improve our stores of materials? Yeah, sure.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
I have been told of the orc in charge of the Morhai, the one guiding the production of the poisons to be used against us. His name is Dushatar the Defiler. Action must be swift, but we are still feeling the effects of the venom. We must rely on you to put a stop to this. Gather your allies and seek out the Defiler in the Morhai cave. Well, it's supposed to be a small fellowship quest, but it seems we are able to defeat Dushatar on our own. What do we have here? Oh.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will
When
you
the
aid us?
spirits of those who have fought alongside us pass on from this land, it is traditional to pay them tribute for their service. Sadly, the men of this land know this practice all too well, and a common memorial area has been placed at the Cuthstan monument. You are welcome to join in our tradition. I ask that you collect the red flowers scattered across the Astor Hill. Bring them south and place them on the stones around the Cuthstan in memory of Ora and the other fallen Rohirrim.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
You have proven yourself to be a true friend to the Rohirrim, and I believe you are worthy of receiving some interesting information. As you know, I was away from camp, scouting among the hills to the north, when the trouble began. It was there that I encountered, concealed among a clearing of trees, allies unexpected. I think it would be best if you visited them for yourself. Go northeast beyond Astor Hill and seek out the clearing. Their presence in these lands leads me to believe that they may be in need of assistance. Perhaps your abilities would be of use to them. Alrighty, I know who you're talking about, and that is really exciting. But let us go there and take care of Dushatar. That should be really quick. We also need some goats. Yeah. Let us gather goat hides too. Oh, come on. The goat. I mean, it was practically dead, but it still had to stun me. Not a fan of any kind of stuns, really. At least in a warden, they are more an annoyance than anything else. Maybe other classes are more affected by it. Classes which are a little bit more squishy, but ever since each class got a skill to get free of any combat state, giving you basically a free stun removal, I think, yeah, stuns are just an annoyance for most classes, if not all of them. Yeah, not a big fan of that. Orders from Dushatar. Okay, interesting. This scribbled note contains a set of orders to the More High Orcs, signed by one named Dushatar. It seems that the More High have often been careless when creating and handling their poisons. The orders demand that pouches of herbal remedy be carried in order to help cure their mistakes. It would certainly be helpful to collect some of these remedy pouches and to bring them to Fritzland's camp. That does sound useful. And the orders are all over the place. So yeah, these guys, seems they were really messy. I don't know, let's see how many of those guys come with me to fight Dushatar. We've got 4 remedies here. That should be enough, yeah. And now we can take the faster way out of here. Yeah, this was really not that long. Just exit through here. At least we are not stuck in combat this time, but we still have the combat music bug, it seems. And we still need goats, but there doesn't seem to be a particular abundance of goats in here. We need 10 of them. We only have 2 so far. Oh Jesus. Stupid goats. Okay, this seems to be Aster Hill, where we need to pick the flowers for the tribute to the dead. Ah, there's a good in here. Yeah, here we are. Oh, come on, you were already dead. Would you stop it, please? Christ. Now pick up the flower. Okay, and now northeast of here we're supposed to find the ally that Penda was talking about. This is really cool. In case you don't know, you are about to see something really cool. Yeah! Look at what we got here. One of the great eagles. You have discovered a secluded clearing, okay. And here we have the eagle. It's Landroval, as you can see here. Okay, let us talk to him now.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
My name is Landroval, and I am brother to the Wind Lord, Gwaihir. I have observed some of your deeds in these lands, and I believe that you may be capable of helping me with my task.
This location must remain secure.
I traveled into these lands with my companion, Meneldor, and we had agreed to meet here. We have been tracking a shadowy, slinking creature out of Moria at the behest of Gwaihir, but we had lost him among the mountain caves. We agreed to search independently for a time, but to reunite at this location. As we speak, spiders and orcs creep ever closer to discovering this clearing and placing us in great danger. Please defeat any nearby enemies which may threaten this hidden vale.
I have found no trace of the creature we were tracking.
Our eyes could still follow him through the shadows, but we cannot see into the depths of every crack and cave in these hills, and we may have lost his trail. If the creature came this way, it is possible he may have succumbed to the large spiders that dwell in these parts. Would you search some of the spider cocoons for the creature? If you find him, do not harm him. Simply return to me with news. Anything else? No. Let us do just that. Now we need cocoons. Okay. There's one in here. Oh, I didn't see you. Needed spider's lair. The cocoon contains no evidence of the creature you're seeking. Yeah, I expected as much. Evidence here, nor here. Ah, bandit cover. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to activate my track artifact skill. Let us do just that. Backpack? No. I want cocoons, not backpacks. You have discovered the Venom Bite Cave and completed the Wailing Hills Explorer. Okay. Fidelity. Level 32, you have explored another great division of the Great River. 5 LOTRO points, Explorer of the Wailing Hills. What do we have here? You have explored the peaks and valleys of the Wailing Hills, yeah? 5 LOTRO points. I think at some point we will need to go into those caves that you saw there. Venom Bite Cave. But first we need to defeat all the enemies Landroval wanted us to defeat. Basically bringing him news of the creature that we weren't able to find. We're actually looking for Gollum. He might remember he got the trail of the company. When the company entered Moria, he started following them ever since they left Moria through the Great River. And so the Eagles are looking for him. So this is a really nice touch, which comes to show the Eagles were really not were not strange to the War of the Ring. They were not absent from it, indifferent to it. But instead, they were doing its own part in helping the Free Peoples. Fighting Gollum was a great deal, but sadly they weren't able to achieve their goal.
It is as I feared. We have lost the trail.
I shall take this news to Gwaihir. Perhaps we will be able to track our target again with his help. Nevertheless, it is worth knowing that his path did not end at the fangs of a spider. Your help has been most appreciated.
I see that you have dealt with the threats.
You have my thanks. It is important that my presence here remain a secret, so as not to draw the unwanted attention of our enemies.
I believe that Meneldor may be in great danger.
He should have returned by now. It is not in his nature to ignore a meeting, yet there is no trace of him in these hills. Only one location remains unsearched. I do not wish to place you in such danger, but I dare not go there myself. There is a cavern to the west of here that appears inhabited by spiders. Such a place is treacherous for an eagle. Explore the cave and attempt to locate Meneldor within.
Be on guard. There are foul things which may lurk in the dark.
Yeah, it's kind of hard seeing the quest rank over Landroval. But, well, that's basically it. And this is actually the end of the quest line in the Wailing Hills. You can tell when you have reached the end of a certain area when you get a quest that will award you a gold token of the Anduin plus a pocket item. There are several different options of pocket items for you to get that you also have the chance of upgrading by doing the Limelight Gorge Fellowship instance. And it was one of the best items to have back in the Isengard days.
The search for the great eagle Meneldor has brought you to a large spider cave in the Wailing Hills, a dwelling most perilous for a denizen of the skies.
I don't doubt that. So, oh, you can see it right there. Caught in a web. Not every day you see an eagle trapped like a common fly. And I don't think Meneldor is particularly enjoying this. I think we need to find a way down or talk to the great eagle Meneldor, but where can we go so that we can talk to him without falling through that hole? Or do we need to drop through that hole? Okay, let us try and do that. Let us try and reach the bottom of the cave and talk to Meneldor. Oh, take a look at these rays of light. That looked really cool. Really good. Really nice effect. Yeah. It adds a lot to the personality of this place. Here we have Meneldor again. Yeah. We're gonna talk to him now.
Be careful, friend. We are not alone here.
Hurry! She moves ever closer to me. A large creature moving among the webs. Where did you go? Okay, there you are. Meneldor has been defeated and Meneldor is now safe.
With the swiftness of the northern winds.
I will break free from this cursed webbing. Just a moment. Just a moment indeed.
I cannot thank thank you enough for freeing me.
I am most fortunate that Landroval sent such a hardy liberator. You fared well against the dreadful spider.
Let us leave this dreadful place at once.
I was foolish to have come here at all. Enough of my strength remains to bear us both safely back to Landroval. You may climb upon my back, but hold on tightly. Ah, that's such a nice touch. The loading screen with you atop Meneldor's back. That's great. And then, there you have them, both eagles reunited. Who do we need to talk to Landroval?
I am relieved to see you again, and still whole and hale.
You have done us a great service, and we shall not soon forget the aid that you have lent us, Beriathan. Completed finding Meneldor.
A message was left for you while you were away.
It was brought by one of the men of Stangard. I take that there is some urgent matter which is worthy of your attention. This is the quest that will lead us back to Stangard so that we can complete the quests of the Earlsmith as well, I believe. News has come to us from Stangard and your presence is urgently requested. Make haste to the northeastern gate of the city and speak to Savert, the gate guard, when you arrive. Savert has information for you. Wise would it be to refrain from openly discussing your contributions to us. Your help has been appreciated, but there are many in power who would curse you for your intervention. Penda.
It would be an honor to consider you a friend to the Eagles. Farewell.
Well, it would be an honor to be called a friend of the Eagles, for sure.
It appears we must part ways now. May we meet again in better days.
I shall never forget what you did for me. Farewell. Oh, this was such an awesome quest. And I think this is a good way of commemorating the 200th episode of the series, because this is the very first time that we have met the Eagles, that we have helped the Eagles, and seeing what an important part of Middle Earth they are. I think it was very eventful. For you as a player, it was totally unexpected meeting the Eagles in here, because as you see, Penda doesn't tell you exactly what you are gonna find in here. So when you come into the secluded clearing and see Landroval coming down for the very first time, it does scare you a little bit, because at first you might think that is an enemy that you need to fight, and it is huge. But as soon as you realize it's actually one of the Eagles, God, that feeling is so hard to describe, but it's just the appearance of the Eagles is so significant in Tolkien's writings from The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, that seeing one of the great eagles yourself is amazing, and then being able to help them out and save them and be called an eagle friend. How cool is that, really? So yeah, I would say this is totally an awesome way of celebrating the 200th episode. Not every day you can meet a great eagle. And now we just need to go back to Penda. To Cuthstan's camp, actually. There are some quests that we need to complete in here. We also need to go back to Cuthstan to place the flowers. Oh, come on, leave me alone. Thank you.
Our mission is dire.
Flawless are the hides which you have brought with you. This will make fine armor and tools once they have been tanned. My thanks.
Will you aid the horse lords?
It is comforting to know that you have put a stop to Dushatar. Without their leader and his terrible poisons, the Morhai will think again before confronting us. Oh yeah, completed friend to the Riders of Stangard and quests of the Wailing Hills as well. Oh my god. A lot of things happen. Let me double check this really quick. So. Oh my god, Friend of the Eagles. That is such a great title. Fidelity level 33. And Rider of Stangard. Oh god, how cool is that? Let us check this really quick. Rider of Stangard, yeah. Making good progress there. Did bestowed, ally to the Riders of Stangard, of course. Did completed. Friend to the Riders of Stangard here. The title Rider of Stangard, which is one of my favorite titles. And LOTRO points, a travel discount, but we also got Quests of the Wailing Hills. With the title Friend of the Eagles, and LOTRO points, some reputation, virtue XP. Rider of Stangard, the men of Stangard are happy to ride by your side into battle. And where is it? Here. Friend of the Eagles, you have done a great deal to assist the Rohirrim and Eagles in the Wailing Hills. Oh my god, it's such an honor. I think I'm gonna take this. Yeah, Friend of the Eagles, why not? 20 LOTRO points.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You have done well to secure this poison remedy. This will help us deal with our injured, and the rest shall be stockpiled to combat further attempts of poisoning by the Morhai. Cuthstan will be pleased to know of your efforts.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Okay, this is repeatable, but we have already collected some of those pouches of remedies, so I don't think we're gonna do that right now. We already have the deed, we have leveled up our reputation. So instead, let us go back to the Cuthstan, place the flowers at the base of the statue, and make our way back to Stangard. I think we have enough time today for that. Just need to hurry up a little bit. Have some ruins here, but nothing that good if you ask me. Oh really? Who is it talking at? Leave me alone. Yeah, you're about to die. You are already dead, you just don't know it. You haven't realized it yet. There it goes. How awesome it is to... It's like the LOTRO version of walking away from an explosion. And that is walking away from an enemy bleeding and waiting for him to die. Okay, so here we are. Here's where we need to place the flowers. Memories of Ora and all those who have been lost enter your thoughts. Yeah, for sure they do. We'll pick this copper. I think this is the perfect time to make use of our newly acquired master in Stangard. I think we had already used it before on the previous episode, but going back to Stangard. We need to talk to Savard. I'm not exactly sure what he's going to say to us. I have a slight recollection of it. So, let us see.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Beriathan, you have returned. We have greater need of you than ever. Stanric peers around suspiciously to make sure no one is listening. Something terrible has occurred. Things have grown even worse here, though I can hardly believe this to be a possibility. What happened, man?
Rohirrim will need your aid.
It is terrible, just terrible. Stanric has died. He was healthy as could be, and on a mission to improve things, and for a time, things were getting better. The men who had supported Cithric slowly began to change their favor, until suddenly, in the dead of night last night, Stanric, he's gone. Gara has committed treason and abandoned his post here, and Cithric vows to arrest him and those who went with him on sight. They have set up an outpost at the abandoned farm. Gara wishes very much to speak with you. Okay, yeah, I remember there was a death in Stangard and poor Stanric. So we need to go to the abandoned farmhouse and talk to Gara and see what help he needs, and this will lead us to eventually complete the quests of the Earlsmith. So join me next time where we will investigate Stanric's death and we'll complete helping the men of Stangard, well, within town at least, because we still have plenty of things to do in the Great River. For the time being, this has been today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you around for the next 200 episodes, because God knows there is a long way ahead of us. In any case, my friends, take care, stay safe, and I will see you later. Bye bye, and thank you once again.